That's exactly right. PK, let me ask your perspective. You make your home in Toronto.
Yes.
And in Canada, obviously, the hockey players, I think, are dissected and covered differently than they are here,
Yes.
more intensely, similarly to the way the basketball players here are covered. What is your perspective on this?
Well, I think it's also very different in hockey. You know, the NBA has grown exponentially. You know, I remember way back, I think it was in 2004 when the NHL was going through a lockout, and a magazine, Sports Illustrated, had said why the NHL is hot and the NBA is not.
Yeah.
Well, since then, the NBA has really celebrated and promoted its players. And this is what happens, you know. I would much rather have Charles Barkley critiquing my game than having somebody who isn't at that level of Charles Barkley. And in the NHL, we're not really used to seeing players fire back at the media, but this is the new world. This is social media. And I think I would probably be sensitive, you know, if a Hall of Fame athlete was sitting behind a desk and was critical of me, but that's who Charles Barkley is, and that's why we love him. This is the media. The NBA does the best job, as far as I'm concerned, out of all the other sports leagues, of telling a story. It's always drama. That's why we watch Get Up. That's why we watch First Take, is we want to see that story, and the NBA does the best job of marketing its players. This is all marketing for the game, is knowing who Kevin Durant is, knowing who LeBron James is, Steph Curry, and we've seen that now. Guys are more opinionated. That's what we want in the game.
Let me get a thought from you, Legs, again, because you're one of these old heads now who's been doing this for a while, and you played in that era with those guys. And you played against Charles Barkley and all that kind of stuff. What do you hear from these guys as you talk about them and at times offer critical opinions?
Greeny, and I know you call me old head with just the greatest reverence and endearment, so I appreciate that. I know how to take that from you. I look at it like this. The problem I have with it from Kevin Durant's perspective is this. You're never going to win it. You're never going to look good. It's not going to put you in a positive light. And it's easy to say because you want to get the hair on your neck up and you want to respond to everybody. And the mechanism to respond is right there in front of you on any mobile device you have. You are now interacting with people in a way in the real time that you never could have during my generation. Look, I heard criticism of myself and other players too. It's just you had to almost seek it out, or somebody had to bring it right to you, right? You had to be catching it at that time in a newspaper, print media, or on TV. That's not the case now. You're getting hit from every avenue out there, from the fans' perspective, media that never played, media that did play, and you're going to respect all of them in a different way. You don't have to respond to it all because at the end of the day, it makes you look insecure. It makes you look like things bother you more than they should. And look, sometimes lines get crossed and you're going to stand up for yourself or your family. I get that. But just general critique, whether it's a former player or not, shouldn't be something that you have to clap back at all the time. I think Kevin Durant's best answer is to go win in this last narrative, right? There's three narratives for great players. One, are you a great player? Check that box for Kevin Durant. Two, are you an integral part of a championship team? Check that box. He's got 2 rings. There's a third one. The third one is, can you build something from scratch and uplift a team that has not been there before to a championship as its best player? Great players carry that weight. That's the one narrative Kevin Durant hasn't answered, and it's the one thing left for him. So just go prove it. Go get a ring in this situation in Brooklyn or somewhere else you choose after that. That's the best way to answer critics.
PK, put a final ribbon on the form.
And he's going to do that. I think the biggest thing in the media as an athlete that we look for as players is personal biases. You know, you want to read into what people are saying in the media, and is this coming from a place where you're just being critical of me as an athlete and what happens on the court, or is it personal biases? I don't think Charles Barkley has any personal bias against anyone. I think he calls it the way he sees it. But as an athlete, definitely there's some sensitivity to that sometimes. I remember when I signed my contract in Montreal, and one of the first headlines was Alex Kovalev had said, "Why is this guy getting paid $9 million? Just because he makes up for mistakes, he still makes mistakes on the ice." And I grew up watching Alex Kovalev. I used to study his skill tapes, all that stuff. And it was personal to me. At that time, I didn't feel it was necessary for me to go out and do it publicly in the media. But I did feel a little bit like it was a personal shot at me because there's a lot of other athletes that are making more money that weren't doing what I was doing on the ice. So there's personal bias to it. Marcus, I want to hear what you got to say, man.
Unfortunately, I'm out of time. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.